What's up, gamers? GamerDied here. This is a guide to help you complete all of the Week 2 weekly quests. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. So, first up, gain shields at the reality tree. Pretty simple, not hard at all. Head over to the reality tree POI. Note as you come in off the battle bus, you can look for chests, which is you can find small shields, you can find the big shield pots, but also note there's bouncy slurp mushrooms, which will give you slurp. So I think the easiest way, while I'm sure you could bounce around many times to get the slurp, is go to this chest here. There's almost always one here. In this case, I scored 2 of the small shields. And as well, there's a couple chests around here. If you check them quickly, it's always good to have a weapon too, so this can't hurt. But as you can see, I've also got the big shield pot. So I've already got enough shields to get this challenge completed. You only need 75. And then, I'm not sure if it would have let me do it anywhere in the POI, but just for argument's sake, and just to be, really specific, I did head over here. It can never hurt to box yourself in so someone doesn't pick you off from above. And then just use those shields. As long as you get 75 of them, the challenge is complete. Right before the end here, I will highlight how there's plenty of bouncy slurp mushrooms around, and I'm sure you could run around the whole POI just bouncing off of the slurp mushrooms and get this challenge completed. But there you go, all completed. And again, I'm just, in case you're not familiar with them, which I think everybody will be, right around here is one of these. There you go. So you can bounce off these. They are all over the place here. There's 3 within view right there. On to the next challenge. Open chests or ammo boxes inside the Driftwood. So the Driftwood is the ship, airship I should say. It's in the air over here at Lustrous Lagoon, I should say. So it says in the Driftwood. So I would actually make sure you go in here and don't open any ammo boxes or chests that are on the top deck there. When I came here, it was a very hairy POI. People are running around everywhere. So when I'm filming videos, I am a little bit on edge trying to do challenges. So I didn't really nail this as good as I wanted to, but there's plenty of chests here. Lots of ammo boxes. And all you got to do is open a total of 3 of them. So I wasn't willing to engage in a battle here and risk blowing my challenge in the video, so I just bailed. Also trying to heal up because you can hear so many people running around. I just don't know when someone's going to pop in my field of view here and try and take me out. But there's 2 of 3. And now 1 more to go. Just check all over the ship. Just make sure you're inside. And there we go. Challenge complete. Up next, emote for 5 seconds in the Flairship. Likely the easiest challenge this week. You're going to head over to the Rave Cave area. The Flairship is floating up in the sky at Rave Cave, right in that exact location there. It's pretty impossible to miss this. As long as you see Cuddle Team Leader's head there, it's hard to miss the ship. Recommend coming here off of the battle bus so that you don't have to come up from the ground. I've always landed on this one side here. There should be doors on both sides, and it's just hard to see. I suspect there would be, but regardless, I'm coming over here. Here's the doorways. All you have to do is do this inside. I'd recommend getting a little bit of cover and then busting out that emote for 5 seconds. And there we go. That challenge is complete. So that's 3 challenges down, 4 more to go. Up next, damage players within 5 seconds of mantling. So you got a mantle, and then you have 5 seconds to lay damage. 5 seconds does go by quite quick. I recommend coming right off the battle bus to Rocky Reels. That's because there's tons of places to mantle, and there's lots of people that land here off of the battle bus. You don't only want to have to mantle, on buildings, but this thing has little, those little tents there. There's the fences. There's just lots of stuff to mantle off of, which really makes it easy. So, of course, land here. Grab yourself some loot. A good short-range weapon is helpful. Anytime you see or hear someone, just pull off a quick mantle and then go towards that person. So I heard that person there, so I did a quick mantle. Boom, unload. And there's 100 damage off of the 350 damage requirement. And you're just going to repeat this process. And if you come here to Rocky Reels, you should have no problem doing this. So then I see/hear a person, do that mantle quick. Don't run out of ammo and take that person out. I did run out of ammo and it was likely past 5 seconds, so some of that damage didn't count for me. And then again, the nice thing about Rocket Reels is it's busy. And so just quickly, you can mantle off of so many things. Roofs, those overhangs, plenty of stuff. Trucks. And it's much easier when you don't end up going on the roof, because you can just kind of mantle off to the side and then go after someone. This worked well here, though. You get the gist of it. It's really not that hard. Just be ready for a battle when you come to Rocky Reels, because it is a very popular POI to land at, and you could have some stiff competition. And if you're, you know, getting shot at from behind as you're taking on somebody else, you may end up dying here. But no big deal, as long as you get the challenge, right? So that one's complete. On to the next. This one is to deal damage to opponents with a legendary weapon. So you got to get yourself a legendary weapon and deal damage. Here's one strategy for you. Come here to Panther and you can buy an epic SMG from her, the suppressed machine gun. And the key here is you have to obviously have gold to buy it off her, but the nice thing here is if you buy the epic SMG here, you then head over into the garage bay, upgrade it to legendary, which is only going to cost you a little bit more gold. And then you'll have a legendary weapon to go and do your damage with. So come here off the battle bus. Come inside here. Panther's running around. Of course, you can get a legendary weapon any other way you want. But I like this. Come here, get that suppressed SMG. And then head out back. Hopefully you've got enough gold. I've got plenty of it. Can't ever hurt to pick up some shields and pop those quickly. Note here, and I'll show you, although the challenge says deal damage to opponents, I've often used the sharks to deal damage in the past, and it's always worked for me. However, in this case, just note that it didn't work for me, and I'll show you that. So this is where this bay is, the upgrade station. 500 bucks, or 500 gold pieces to upgrade that epic weapon to legendary. Now I'm just going to head over, and in this case I was heading over to Loot Lake to try this out on the shark. The loot sharks have always done well for challenges in the past. It's a good little kind of, almost like a scam, but just an easy way to do something. But in this case, I get no credit. So, fortunately, there's other people around here. So here's my first player I encountered. Take him out. And then there's one more player here. You should be able to nail this in 2 or 3 players maximum, as long as your players aren't near death when you first encounter them. But it's a rather simple challenge. Of course, the loot shark has to get in the way and kind of mess things up here. But there we go. So 2 people, I've got my damage target completed. And that's another challenge down. And on to the next one. So next up, shoot targets while ziplining. So I didn't test this out. I had no idea what I was in for, but I thought right away, if I'm going to be ziplining, I'd really like to have a scoped weapon. And this was the strategy I decided to go with. So come over here to the house. I just marked it there. And you can buy a DMR from Sabine, or Sabina. You'll find her inside. Buy that DMR and then head over to the northernmost option for the zipline targets. And the nice thing is you can buy this DMR from her. There's usually a car outside, and if not, it's a short animal ride or a short run over to that northernmost location. So I'm just heading over there to the marker. There's a zip line here. Here it is. And you can already see the targets. They're on the little map. You can even see them here marked with the blue exclamation mark. And just use that scope. Bam. And you can just keep going back and forth on the thing, and on the zip line here until you get them. Bam. There's 2. And note, you need to shoot each one individually. You can't just shoot the same one 3 times. I did learn that. I cut it out. But you want to hit each target 1 time, or it's not going to count if you hit the same one twice. On to the next. Eliminate opponents while chromed. So, many ways. You got to find the chrome splash. You can buy it. You can find it sitting on the ground. You can get it by destroying chromed objects. So I recommend coming over here near Herald's Sanctum. I really like coming to this house when there's chrome challenges. And this little building here beside the house. And that's because there's plenty of chests around here. And when you come here and you destroy some of these items, those walls included, you can see the chrome is dropping there. You can get that chrome splash. So destroy some chrome objects. Do what you need to do. Get some weapons because you want to be able to fight people, delay the damage. And walk away with somewhere between 5 to 10 chrome splashes, whatever you can get. The most, just may as well max it out, because you're going to want to use the chrome splash. Now, the nice thing is when you use the chrome, you can actually do this quick travel here while chromed. So in this case, I'm booting it over to Rocky Reels, which is pretty close to where I just started. And that's because, again, there's usually lots of foot traffic here and lots of players. So here's what not to do, is I showed up and forgot that I needed to actually be chromed, and I just lost an elimination there. But now you can see I'm chromed. It's a little awkward for me and the PS5 here, trying to fight with the chrome engage, because she's wanting to go through the wall, she's turning into the chrome blob, and it was a bit of a pain in the butt, actually. So, one down. And just, you're going to want to have all the extra chrome splashes because it does wear off. There's the second one. And that way you can keep utilizing it as it wears out. And interestingly enough, I actually finished my challenge here. I got into a tough spot and had to run away, and then magically out of nowhere, my last opponent just counts right there. Like, I didn't actually even kill the third opponent, so it was a bit of a glitch. Hope the guide's helpful. Drop a like, leave me a comment, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do so. Have a great day until the next video. This is GamerDad, out.